how is everyone today? You all are in for a treat. We have Ruchi Sharma with us, and I am telling you, I've been following her for a while now. She owns an incredible company. I always have to double check. Eat, Fit, Repeat. I love that. And I will say the thing that I love most is she is actually a product of what she teaches and preaches. So if you are on here, you're here for a reason, and we want you to know that you are not alone. This is our How to Heal Naturally holiday edition. So welcome, sit back, relax, and enjoy our show. Thank you so much for being here with us. So tell us, how did you get started in this field? Like, was it something that you grew up in, or was there something that happened that just kind of brought you to this place?
Firstly, thank you, Gailyn, for having me here. It's a pleasure. And so the thing is, I never grew up in an environment where people would focus on healthy. Yes, my parents were aware that, exercising and activity is important. But since we've grown up being vegetarians, there was no way that we could eat the protein that we needed and all of that stuff. And I've always been lean because, and so have my parents, and I've been in sports, but we never got a chance to actually understand nutrition. And the thing is, once I had my baby, I was on a search because, for someone who's always been lean, it is so important for them. And it is so daunting when, you're in a certain shape and size post-pregnancy. So postpartum, I decided to, shed the weight, and I tried everything available on Google, everything, that we could read, understand. And this was back in 2016. So that's when, after trying a few things, I did get leaner. I got very, very lean, but I never felt fit. And thing that, it's not just the calorie deficit that can make you feel healthier. It's much more. And that's when I decided that, I'm not going to fall for these fads. I'm going to research and do it for myself, and do it in a way that, I don't just shed the weight, but I maintain it, and I look younger, and I feel younger, and I have the strength, and all of these things. And, slowly and steadily, I've started realizing that it's not just, the food and exercise aspect of it. It's so much more. There's so much more that we need to be healthy, like the sunlight, and then there are these nutrients, and then there's grounding, and all of that stuff is so important too.
Yes. No, I love that. And I love that you talk about, like, it's not just about being lean, but actually feeling your best, and just, because it's so true. You can be out there and you can look on the outside really healthy, but not feel healthy, and actually not even be healthy. That's so true. So when you were going through that with your babies and going through the whole postpartum thing, and then also growing up vegetarian, and then like just trying to get your own protein in, did you know that this was going to be your path? Like, have you always had a heart for like health and nutrition and just going through this, or was it just really during that time where you had your babies?
So I wasn't really interested in nutrition. I was interested in, sports and activity and exercise. So, but then, I never could excel at it because, of course, the nutrition wasn't always on point. And we in India, we're a carb dominant country. We don't there's no awareness until now. People are just following fads, and they're just eating lesser to feel or look good. But it doesn't go on for long. So but post the baby, I started realizing that I was getting tired so easily. I didn't have any clue that, just sitting in the sun can make me feel so much better. It can uplift my mood, because I've had a really bad episode of postpartum depression.
Okay.
But then when I started working on myself, just healing internally as well as, looking good externally,
Yeah.
that's when I had the confidence to pursue this as a future.
Mm.
And that is the time that I started understanding that it's not just one thing. You have to understand that, your body needs a lot more nutrients than we think.
Yeah.
It's not just with food. We need so much more from the outside world.
Yes. No, that's so good. And I love that. And I love that you shared too, even about postpartum, because a lot of women carry so much guilt. And then that guilt and that emotion with the depression really suppresses, right, all of, our immune system and all the things. And then, from there, it's like, you can just start diverting down worse and worse and worse. And everyone's like, wait, what just happened? What just happened to our friend? And so I love what you give too, because you talk about, like, it's not just about like health and fitness, it's also mindset and just getting out there in the sun and just, really just even absorbing something as simple as that, but making it intentional. So what are some things that you want to share with our audience today, what they can kind of take with them, that you really feel like has worked for you and your clients?
Honestly, the simplest thing is, if you take care of your internal health,
Mm,
it will show on the outside. If you take care of the insides, it'll definitely show on the outside. And just to look good on the outside, you can't do any shit to your, any bullshit to your insides.
yeah,
So people going for fads, calorie deficits, diets that they can only do for 7 to 10 days, they should avoid that.
yeah.
Also taking care of all their nutrient profiles, because every little thing starts from a nutrient deficiency. So taking care of their health in ways more than one, not just diet and exercise, but also their complete lifestyle, how they're sleeping, how their stress management is, how their digestion is, how their menstruation cycle is. It's so
Mm.
important to look at every aspect of life if you want to not just look healthy, but also feel healthy and be healthy for a longer period of time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really good. I love that. I love that. So when you talk about like internally and so the thing about India, right? So all of us over here in America, we love all of your spices, and you all have like these magic powers with like your turmeric and like all the different things. But then you also brought up too that it's like it can be very heavy as far as the like the carbs and all of that. So it's really so true, right? It's all a balance and it's all just really just being aware. And so when you started your journey with that, was it something that was like easily received, or did you have to really uh go out there and explain, really spend time explaining to people like this
It
is
was difficult. It was
yeah,
difficult because most of us here in India are vegetarians.
yeah.
And the most difficult part for vegetarians is to accept that they actually need so much protein.
Mm, mhm, mhm.
So, because we've grown up hearing our parents ask us to eat more rice or more chapatis to get stronger, because they didn't have the awareness.
Yeah,
Now when we have the awareness and we know that this is the way of life, this is what is needed, this is the need of the hour for your immunity, for to build antibodies for your longevity. It's difficult,
yeah,
and people are not really ready. They think that eating protein can just just spoil their kidneys, or they will have this or that problem. But now people are getting more aware. It is
yeah,
a difficult job to shift that mindset, but yeah, they're getting more aware, because there are examples on my page. There are examples and there are transformations, and then there are feedbacks, right?
yeah.
Feedbacks of people saying they have more energy, feedbacks of people saying that they don't get tired easily, they're having good sleep, they're having less cramps during their periods. So all of these add up, and all of these make up for the credibility of the knowledge that I have.
That's so good. I love that. So how did you come up with the name of your company, Eat Fit Repeat? What was your mindset around that?
So I've always been a foodie,
Okay.
and every time before I found my company and the diets I did, the diets that I was telling you about, the Google diets, they all had certain aspect of eliminating food, eliminating something. Just either eliminate milk, eliminate, wheat, eliminate rice, eliminate sugar. And that's when I decided, but if you really want to be, if you really want to achieve something, you can't be on a deprivation or an elimination diet. You
Right.
have to have everything, enjoy it, and also be fit at a certain, so it's an amalgamation of both the things. You eat for your health,
Yeah.
and you're healthy because so that you can eat, right?
Yeah.
So it works both ways. So I the idea of finding this name was to make sure that people understand that they don't have to leave certain foods to be fit, because rice and wheat is our staple. uh,
Mhm.
I cannot imagine my life if somebody tells me that they're going to take away my tea or my rice.
Right. Right.
So there's no so you can eat. And being fit was always a way of motivating people that we're not going to eliminate exercise or activity from your life. This is an important part of your life.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to do. Like, if you want to be fit and healthy, you need to eat well, you need to be fit and exercising and be active, and then you just got to repeat it.
That's so good. I love that. I love that. And I also love it too, because you're like, we don't always have to eat for pleasure. Sometimes we literally need to eat just because we need nutrients in our bodies, and it's so true, because a lot of times in our minds, we're like, well, I don't feel like it. Or just, we'll might be drawn, especially as women with our hormones, you know what I mean? We can get drawn certain times of the month to, like, certain kind of chocolates and such. But you're not going to feel good. And so I love that you bring that as awareness, because even in the simple things, we cannot be aware of that sometimes. Like, we can just, so do you have like a morning routine that keeps you on path? Like, is there something that you do every morning when you get up, or just the way that you start your day?
Oh, absolutely. The first thing I do is I take my 700 ml of water. I would put apple cider vinegar in it. I would put some greens, which, spirulina, moringa, wheatgrass, all of these herbs that are really good to eliminate toxins from the body. I'll put my aloe vera juice in it. I'll put some collagen in it, and I'll go out in the sun, and I walk a good 15 to 20 minutes so that I get my morning sun. Then I sit, I read for a bit, because that's the time my son is in school and I can have all the time for myself.
Yes.
And I read for like half an hour, have my tea, enjoy the morning sun and, the morning, like the garden and nature and everything. And then I get on with my work and everything.
I love that. I love that. And I can see why you're so great at what you do, because when you start your day with a solid foundation like that, and you put yourself first, and I love how you're like, you don't make any excuses. Your kid's in school. So you're like, the little one's in school. I need to, like, what's the word? Like, right, we can't give what we don't have, right? So if we don't have that time in the morning, just to really absorb the sun. And I love those techniques. So audience, I just want you to hear what's being said right now, because sometimes we try to overcomplicate life, but really just taking that time out in the morning to really get out in the sun, drink or eat something that's really nutrient based for your bodies to, like, keep you going. And then also just taking that time just to read and, like, just re-energize everything for the day, because with your work, and specifically, you have to deal with clients all day, and so it's like, if we're not on point, how do we expect to be able to really make, a conscious effort of having someone else really be able to shift their day, so would you say that it also makes you, like, really intuitive, not just in yourself, but when you're working with other people on their health and fitness journey?
I think rather than intuition, I would say it's empathy,
Oh, nice.
because mostly I work with mothers, and I connect with them so much because of the life experiences I've had. And it's how it's it's, you know, when you put yourself in their shoes, you understand that there's certain things that are going on. Maybe, you know, some days they're not able to do it. Some days they're excelling at it.
Yeah.
So it's all about that, you know, and how you comfort them. So even if I'm not intuitive, I feel mostly my women clients are so sweet, and, you know, they trust me. She open up to me, to me about their issues, and if I can help them in any way, I definitely do that, you know,
I love
because of
that.
the life experiences we've had. There are also so many girls with me getting married and all of that stuff, and, you know, if there's a relationship issue, I obviously talk it out with them and try and understand where they're coming from, and just
Mm.
give my 2 cents on, you know, what I've experienced.
I love that. I love that. I love that you draw the clients that you have already experienced what they're going through right now, you know? And so even too, just when you talk about empathy and being able to connect on that level is so important, because we can just beat ourselves up. And then it's like, what more can we do? Or we're just not enough. And, you know, like what you were saying, even, you know, working mostly in an environment with models, like, you know, you look at a model and it's like everyone aspires to be that. So I can see how there can be so much pressure, you know, because like everyone's wanting that. But if the model is feeling, you know, like doesn't have their eating in order, or just not feeling 100%, it can even feel more shame, because it's like, yeah, I'm beautiful, but I don't feel like what I look like, you know? So I love that you come in a place of like empathy, you know, and it's not just health and nutrition, but it's all things in lifestyle, with like relationships, or, you know, career paths, and, you know, and all of that. So it's almost like you're like a life coach on top of what you actually do with health and nutrition, right? I love that. You're like the full package. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're looking for someone to be able to help you through your journey, here it is. Yes. I love that. So where do you see, because, you know, you're really creating such a huge movement, not just over obviously in your country, but, you know, just nationwide. Where do you hope to bring this vision and, you know, and all that you're, you know, really doing to help in this area?
So, you know, you wouldn't believe it if I said that I only want to educate and dominate. I don't believe in having the same clients over and over again, and, you know, finding a way to just make money. My whole idea is to just educate everyone so that my work speaks for myself
Yeah.
and dominate. And when I started, I, you know, just through word of mouth, when I started, I had probably like 2 to 3 clients in the first 2 3 months, and now we're over 1,300 people in almost 21 countries.
Oh,
So
amazing.
imagine the kind of you know, word of mouth publicity that there is.
Yes.
Instagram is one thing, but 80% of my clientele is through word of mouth.
I
So
love it.
I totally believe that, you know, when you ask what I aspire to do more in the future, is to make everyone aware that, you know, for small issues like headaches and bloating and, you know, your menstruation cycle issues, you shouldn't have to visit doctors. You
Right.
shouldn't have to go to clinics. You can actually treat it at home if you eat well, if you sleep well, if you're having enough nutrients in your you know, diet and your body, you actually can avoid the onset of diseases. So
Yes.
that's what the aim is in the future, to make everyone aware that it's just the food, and, you know, the nutrient profile can be so much better if you eat well and you take care of yourself.
Yes. No, well, that's definitely a solid message. I completely understand. And I love that you just simplify it. You don't overcomplicate it. Because it's so true. A lot of times people think we have to take these crazy different like pills, or you're right, like go to the doctor because this one little thing happened. But it's like you don't have to do that. And you're also really great at sharing techniques on how you can prevent it before it actually even happens, which is so, you know, which is like such a great basis, you know? So, are you still a vegetarian? Like, what are some of the foods that you eat that are protein packed, being a vegetarian, as you were just saying?
So lately I've become an over vegetarian, wherein I eat eggs.
What is
I
that exactly?
Ovo vegetarian.
Okay,
It's
I don't think
ovo
I've heard of that before. What is that?
vegetarian. Yeah. Yeah. So where you eat eggs and you take dairy.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
So,
Oh, nice. So would you say
so,
that's where
so
you get most of your protein?
yeah, I get most of my protein from cottage cheese. Like the Indian cottage cheese is called paneer, that we can make at home. And then there's tofu, there's soy, then there's, of course, eggs are a great source of protein. And if not, I also want to, tell the audience that it's okay to have a protein supplement. It's not really bad for you if you can't have it through food.
Right,
So,
right.
and it's as natural as food. I mean, we give our babies, whey protein when they're born.
Mm-hmm.
The formula milk that we give them, if you turn the box around and if you see the ingredient, the first ingredient is whey protein. So it's
Mm-hmm.
that safe.
Right.
But if you can get some from your food, nothing like it. Like,
Yes.
so dairy is a great source, Greek yogurt, um, paneer or cottage cheese, tofu, all of these things.
I love that. I love that. That is so amazing. No, I love that you're sharing that. And how we'll have all audience, we will have all of the contact information underneath. But how can someone find you if they want to learn more about what you do, or this might just resonate with who they are? What are different ways that they can find you?
I mean, Instagram is the best one because I started with Instagram and all my heart is there.
Yes.
So I keep posting things that are very, very close to me. Also because Instagram gives you the benefit of posting stories. So I
Yes.
do a lot of Q&A and a lot of polls on my stories. I also post content that really resonates with everyone. If you and
Mm,
I are talking and if I feel there's something that you don't know, maybe if I feel the need to explain it to you, I would rather put it in a post and post it on Instagram so that everyone can see.
right. That is
So
so
that's where you can easily find me. If not, then of course email and my website's there. So
great.
yeah.
That is awesome. No, I love that. I love that because I think what I love most about your Instagram page is it's very easy. Like you can just see the topics, you can just jump to it. And I love that. We'll have clips of this on there too, which will be really fun. But what's something you want to leave with our audience today that they can just take with us? Just like a little snippet of just something that they can just adhere to.
I think the best thing is don't wait for uh, a calamity to happen, something to
Mm,
happen to you to start taking care of your health. I was just making this post today that a lot of people think that eating healthy is an option, but it's
mm,
actually not.
right.
It is a necessity. You can't wait for something to happen to you, for a disease to hit you, or for, say if a girl's PCOS or a lifestyle disease to hit you, thyroid, diabetes, for you to start taking care of your health. You need to be eating healthy on an everyday basis. That's how your body is going to reward you back, right?
That's so true. That's so true. No, I love that. I love that. That's definitely like a solid token to leave with. And also too, just so much that you have like shared with us has just been so above and beyond. I mean, the content is amazing. Audience, if this has resonated with you, we just want to reiterate that you are not alone on your journey, especially if you're a new mama out there, or if you've had another baby. We understand postpartum, and it's a difficult thing to go through by yourself, but we are here for you. I will have all the contact information underneath for you able to get in touch. And also too, I'll put also the Instagram handle that we have over here for Ruchi, and we'll be able to get all of that information to you. Thank you so much for being here with us. You are such a bright light, such an
Oh,
incredible joy. I love the work that you're doing all over the world. And I just know that this is going to continue to explode. And this is like just the beginning.
This was wonderful for me as well. Thank you, Gailyn. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. It was lovely speaking with you.
Yes,
And your
100%.
energy is infectious.
Yes, we love this. Like minds coming together is so good. Everyone have a great day.